You guys gotta talk about it.
Is this D'Angelo's baby here? It is? Hi, how are you? What's your name?
And then we'll follow.
Yeah?
You gotta look.
That's all right. What does he think of all the attention? He's sad, huh?
Yeah. He wants to go play on the playground.
Right, I know. Yeah.
All right, now.
Very, very. What do you think about being here? You miss your dad a little bit? You love him? Oh my gosh. What do you remember about your daddy? What do you remember about your daddy, Neho?
Police! No drugs allowed, no peace! No racist police! You get away with everything. No peace!
Were you related to him?
That's my son.
Oh, that's your son? Oh. So you're the mother of D'Angelo? Okay, wow. All right. It's so sad here, this story. Documenting this here for the Youth Justice Coalition and all the people that are out there. I myself, I'm the Renegade Popo, you know, talking about that this stuff does happen, it does occur, you know, and so it's very sad to see, you know, a beautiful son, beautiful lady like yourself too, you know, left behind, you know, due to senseless police killings, you know, and so this is him, huh? Oh, he was there.
What do we do? Stand up and fight back.
That's cool.
When the community is under attack.
Sit here too.
Show me your shirt, Daddy. Turn around.
What do we do?
Stand up and fight back.
This is
When the community is under attack.
This is a little bit scary. Too much yelling? Oh, the back of the shirt? Oh, that's a favorite. Who's that beautiful baby there?
Mama. No, who's the baby?
Who's a beautiful baby?
That's you?
Who's that big?
Is that you? No, it's not you. You're too big.
That is me.
That is you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And who's that man?
My dad.
That's your dad. What was your dad doing there?
He's trying to take the baby out my mom.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's beautiful. So do you remember that when that happened?
She was laid down. She was sleeping.
But so many people that loved him, huh? Yeah. That's great. That's good. Who else do we have here today?
These are my family, which is his cousins.
Uh-huh. All right. All right, then you got a lot of supporters too. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
We have different families out here who lost family members who was killed by the sheriff's department.
Right.
This is
Okay.
another family member.
Another family member? Your brother? Oh, wow. And how was he killed?
He was killed on 123rd.
What those demands are.
He
Each demand, if anybody
was
wants
shot
to add to
7
it, why it's
times.
important.
7
feel
times?
free. Let's make this a little speak out. Let's
Okay,
educate
wow.
each other.
How do you feel about that?
All the way from Echo Park, you guys, for what
hurt.
Right. All right. That's why we're here today, right?
Yep.
You know, a lot of people are hurt. All right. Over here we got Emilio.
We move killing
What's going on, brother?
off our streets.
Good, good. Always on the streets here with the people, huh?
Always trying to do whatever we can.
That's right, brother, and you're doing it. What do you think about what's going on here? The people getting together here and fighting and speaking out against this injustice. What do you think about all this?
Well, I'm really inspired by all the family members. You know, it takes a lot of courage and dignity to come out here. A lot of people live in fear and
Right.
trauma from police abuse. So for them to come out here and, you know, fight for justice for their loved ones is exactly what it's about. And it's our only way to really accomplish freedom, in my opinion.
That's right. And what would you say to those people who don't understand what's going on out here? People that are saying, oh, these are bad people and things like that. What do you say to these closed-minded individuals who have a lot of hate in their hearts? What do you say about that?
Well, I think a lot of it isn't even only hate, but it's also just ignorance
There
and
you go.
misunderstanding.
All right, yeah.
So I would say talk to the folks out here. Come out here and talk to the family members and hear directly from them,
Right.
because that's the only way you're gonna learn. And come out here and learn for yourself. Don't believe the lies they feed you on the news.
Right, right. Okay, that's beautifully said. All right, awesome. Hey, how you doing, man? I'm Alex Salazar with Renegade Popo here. Just got interviewing the family and also Emilio here talking about the mission, what we're trying to do here today. What do you give us from the assessment of Ground Zero, my friend?
Well, we need intervention workers. We don't need any more sheriffs.
Right.
The mayor's office is asking for more sheriffs, but that's in total opposition to what the community wants.
Right.
The community wants intervention workers, people from the community, to do community policing, right?
Community policing.
Community policing.
What is community policing to you?
Well, we have people from the community that's assisting the gang members with jobs.
Not demonizing them?
Not demonizing them, building up their integrity and what have you, and helping them with resources, right? Real resources, right? Mental health, soft skills, rehabilitation, and the most important thing, a job.
All right.
A job.
Right. And the job, what does that do? It gives them self-esteem, it empowers them.
It gives them self-esteem, it empowers them, and it helps even the neighborhood, right?
Right.
Because that person gets a job, that's one less person they have to worry about in the community because he has 9 to 5 and he can provide for his family.
Right.
So that's what we're looking for, jobs. We're going to use that construction project, all these construction projects that they're building in Compton, we're going to use those as a vehicle to get people employed, right? We want an at-risk program here. We want the police not to come into our community as an adversary, but as an ally, right? And we want to help them because we have 22 murders in our community that's unsolved because the community don't trust the police.
Right. Okay, and what can we do? I'm sorry, but you're hitting on some really good points here that need to be talked about. A lot of this is ignorance, like Emilio said here a little while ago. People just don't have an understanding of what's going on. And what happens here, as you know, is that the situation gets worse and worse and worse. The killings haven't stopped. The killings continue of innocent, unarmed people, and even people that, like, we all have issues, we all have problems. What do we do to address that? Because that's where people are stuck on, that there's a certain segment of society that is just really bad. What do you say about that?
Well, that's how people portray us, right? What we want to do is bring the good people from the community to work with all facets of the community, right? We need community change. We want to build a new Compton, right? And the only way we're going to do that is by all the citizens coming out and standing up for their rights. The rights not to be brutalized by the police, not to be harassed by the police, not to be shot in the back. And then this is the most ironic thing. We have a sheriff that shot a man. He might have been intoxicated or whatever the case may have been, but for biting him, right? He had a partner there. They could have arrested him and charged him with whatever, right? And rehabilitated him, and it still would be here for his family. We got to stop this shooting because what's going to happen is it's just going to escalate. If the gang members know that their life is threatened, then we're going to have more shootings. The sheriffs are going to be shot at. The citizens are going to be shot at. All this is going to do is escalate to more and more violence.
Right.
What we have to do.
Now this isn't just a problem in Compton. This is happening everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. We have murders by the sheriffs in Bellflower, Paramount. I mean, it's just all over.
Right.
And what we need to do is do another training program with the sheriff's department to show them how to interact in their communities.
Right. Now to change this kind of positive change, you need from up above. The only person I could think that would be able to help out this situation is President Obama. What would you tell the President of the United States, right now, what can we do to change this?
We need a state prosecutor, right? In order for this to change, they have to be as threatened as the person that commits a crime on the street. Murder is murder, right? And what we want is for the governor, the president, everybody to care about us. We're tax-paying citizens, right? We want the same rights as the person in Hollywood, in Beverly Hills, Brentwood.
Now you just mentioned, just a second. Brother. Yeah, so you just mentioned Hollywood, Beverly Hills, Brentwood, some very affluent areas. Well, between you and me, that's white areas, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this really boils down to an issue. A lot of people don't like to talk about the R word, the racism.
Color.
It's color, right? Isn't that what this is all about?
It's color.
And we got a black president.
But the thing is, we have to start reporting this, right? In the white community, they report when the police officers are out of line, when they brutalize them, right? We have to start reporting. We're starting a cop watch here, right? Whenever a police officer does something and it's indignant to you, we want you to report it. We have a form that you can fill out, right? That where the incident was, get the sheriff's. If he won't give you his badge number, get the sheriff's car. We have to start reporting all these acts of brutality. The brutality rate here has tripled since the sheriffs have come under control, right?
And again, this is not just Compton, this is everywhere.
Everywhere that we're not doing reporting and policing. We need community intervention workers. We need to
What do you tell your black brothers and sisters, you know, the minorities that bear the brunt oftentimes of all this behavior? You know, because you also got black officers and Hispanic officers that after a while become acclimatized to the same mentality, right?
Yeah, because it's the badge, it's the uniform. It's not the color of their skin, it's the uniform. That, you know, they have this Nazi cladsmen.
All right, man, let's see what we got here.
Start asking questions, and I couldn't really answer because I didn't know what happened.
No justice, no peace.
Father, he asked was his dad laying on the ground, and I told him yes. Then he asked, is it because he ran? And I told him yes, but because it was an incident where it was just him and his father home when they did a, what's it called? A search warrant, and his dad was handcuffed. So he figured since my dad ran this time, they shot and killed him. So I had to explain to him that his dad wasn't in jail and that he wasn't coming back because he kept telling me to go to my dad's house. So I told him, you can go to your dad's house, but your dad is not there to play with you. And it took a while for the funeral to get here, so he was still like kind of confused, like, okay, where my dad at? I'm like, your dad is in heaven. So when he did get to see his dad in the casket, you know, he was pretty good with it. He kept kissing him. He asked could he open his eyes. I said, you open his eyes, I'm running out of here. I said, don't you touch his eyelids. So he was cool about it. You know, he was rubbing his head and everything. You know, he held it pretty good, but now lately he been crying. We seen the police. He freaked out. He started crying. He said he don't want to grow up. And I said, why? He was like, because of them. And I'm like, who is them? He pointed at the TV. He said, the police killed my dad. And I'm like, y'all gonna break me down out here.
All right.
Okay. Come on. It's all right. It's all right. No. This is real.
No newspaper can portray this story.
Exactly.
You okay?
I don't want to talk anymore.
Okay.
D'Angelo is family. More and more kids are growing up without their daddy.
I think I got it right now.
Hey, Rob's still here?
Can we have somebody to read the demands again so that the community knows before we start marching why we're here?
Joey went. We have another family member here, Robert Thomas Sr. Right?
Shootings from the street. No criminalization of victims without
What's your name?
Michael Richardson.
Michael? Okay, Michael.
oversight of sheriffs. No war on gangs. Replace gang databases and injunctions with intervention and peace builders. Open day reporting center as an alternative to incarceration. Appoint a state prosecutor to invest police shootings.
All right. Good job.
We're gonna just read them one more time, make sure everybody got them in their heads, because when we get to the sheriff's department, we're gonna want to speak on this. Not only state them, but say why they're important.
What we want to do is immediately remove police involved in shootings from the street. No criminalization of victims. Without investigation, community oversight of sheriffs. No war on gangs. Replace gang databases and injunctions with peace intervention builders. Open a day reporting center as an alternative to incarceration. Appoint a state prosecutor to investigate police shootings that were unfair.
Jobs for people coming home with it.
You know,
You got a number?
huh? One of those big papers. Hey, you guys.
Yeah,
All right.
Justice Warriors.
What's up, my man?
What's up?
All right.
Where the boys at? You didn't bring them?
Oh, not today, not today. Just here.
I know they always out here with you, man.
I know. Yeah, looking great.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you too. Yeah, bro. All right. Yeah.
That's right, man. Ever since we met you, you keep coming
All
around.
right, thanks. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much.
Some of those broadcasts you were on, because you were on that show for like a week straight, right, or something?
Yeah. Hopefully I'll get them soon, and I'll put them up.
I know. I tried to check it out. They didn't have any of that posted yet. So
we're gonna have the guy that's running for sheriff of Los Angeles County on next week. Yeah, Olmsted. Yeah, he talked all about the killings, which has been going on, what we know, and also the beatings in the jail. He actually testified before a commission with what was going on. You know, and so he's breaking the code of silence. I always thought it'd be a black brother or a brown brother that would, have the strength to do it. But it's a white guy. Yeah, white guy steps up, man. That's a thing.
That's interesting. Olmsted. So I gotta look into more. I know.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's amazing. He's for real, man. He's for real.
A lot of people give us
How you doing there, sir?
How you been, man?
Good. How about yourself?
Larry Aubrey.
All right, Alex Salazar.
I'm glad you brought your camera.
Yeah, well, we want to get this documented. This is history. People need to see what's going on, so I'm going to upload it,
People don't protest in conflict. So this is this represents a real start of something.
All right, yeah, I interviewed
from other communities coming out here, so that's big, man. I was just talking to Alani. She's working with us for Andy Avila out there in Pomona, and she was beaten by LA County Sheriff, so it's important that she's out here standing with people in conflict.
Right,
It's great.
Right, definitely. Yeah, the value of life has been really changed is the reason why I'm out here, because it's so many kids that are left, without their dads, and then the people are demonized, and that's the problem here that we're facing out here is the demonization of people. So much anger, so much hatred, But in the midst of all this, we got this thing called Facebook, where somehow we're all connected now.
It's been a key component of this whole.
Right, it's been a very key component. It's what's going on, keeping people informed as to the true issues of what's going on out there.
Videos don't lie either, but it helps.
Right, exactly.
Getting documented, so there's really no denying it at this point. You can't deny it, man. You're just willfully ignorant, or you just want to be blind. So.
Right, and that's it. Why do you think there is so much of this ignorance that goes on? I was talking a little bit to. What's his name? Michael Richardson. This gentleman over here. I was talking to him about the racism. I was talking about the racism issue. I mean, that's what the whole Trayvon Martin thing and the shooting of African Americans and colored people has become, once again, of epidemic proportions. We can't just say that there's one that happens every couple of years or anything. It's not isolated. And then you have cops that are coming out against each other that are actually saying that this stuff is happening and that it's going on. That's mine. Yeah. That's what the deal is there. So I'm trying to be part of what I see as being the problem out here, where people they don't always come together, but it's nice to see that some people here, they do care.
Absolutely.
And that's what it's all about, I believe. Is caring, to wanting to change the culture of violence, which is all over the place. I mean, it's not just the police. We got people like in that Sandy Hook shooting, children, kindergartners, being killed. It's not just blacks and Hispanics. You also have the whites, and no one's dealing with these issues of mass violence.
Yeah, well, it's really not a shocker when you think about it. When you talk about mass violence and how it permeates the culture, whether you're talking about Sandy Hook or you're talking about this impending war that's about to happen with Syria, or the police violence, it's all out of a real sick cauldron, that's just filled with, all kind of sickness, man. Society
demonic?
Deals.
Would you say it's sickness or demonic on a spiritual sense? Are you a religious guy?
I'm spiritual, but I try not to go that way because I think it kind of steers us
convolutes everything.
We shouldn't go. I think when you start talking about spiritual and demonic and all that, people start to get into things. They start talking about this like it's a natural thing.
Whoa, it's not.
This stuff happens because of real material reasons. And
right.
It can be eliminated. It can be
Okay.
eliminated. If we had the will to do it.
All right.
People in power had the will to do it. So.
Okay. What would you say to the President Obama right now if he could see this, and he sees a young brother like himself. You know, he was once upon a time an activist, a person who would, you know, go meet with the ministers and try to be a peacemaker, right? I mean, isn't that what he did in Chicago?
Somewhat, yeah. He was kind of a middleman between, I think when you examine it a little bit more, when you look at the foundation he was with, he comes out of the foundation world. It's not really the grassroots community organizing like what this is here. Obama acted as a middleman between, you know, corporate interests and also, you know, people in the hood, people in places like the South Side of Chicago, developers and people like that. So, yeah, there's a little distortion there about his grassroots background and all that. There's a little bit, people are giving him a little bit too much credit with that, and you see that reflected now in his policies. Nothing he's doing is backing any sort of grassroots movements.
Okay.
I mean, you saw the farce on Washington here a couple of days ago and what he said, so. Yeah, you know, the proof's in the pudding. I don't have any illusions about Obama and who he is and what he represents.
All right.
He is what he is, and yeah, it's about us, what we're going to organize out here, so let's not get left.
Right, okay. All right, Mr. President, if you're listening out there and this winds up on YouTube somewhere, hopefully you heard it there.
Talk to it, man.
All right, man. We got to talk to them because, you know, we have to get this information out. All right, thank you very much. From Compton. All right, thanks, my brother. Thank you.